Good morning / afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Donald H. Jones Stadium here at Kiski, Salzburg, Pennsylvania. Beautiful, sunny early afternoon for today's lacrosse game. Cougars are hosting Upper Canada College from heart of Toronto. Cougars coming in with a 6-game winning streak, 10-4. Winners last night 14-6 over North Allegheny. Cougars were led by a big night from Brennan Wright, 6 goals. Another big game by Aiden Waller in goal for the Cougars last night. And the defense. I am on. With a noon start this afternoon. Then they return to action tomorrow at 2 against St. Ignatius from Cleveland. And then fourth day in a row, Monday night, closing out long weekend with a game against Mount Lebanon here, 7 p.m. We got Miss Hughes back in the booth with us today. She wasn't with us yesterday. She had to work the baseball game over at the baseball field last night. Miss Hughes says she's glad to be back. Oliver is working camera again for us today. Ollie, you ready for the big game tonight? Maple Leafs and Bruins. Maple Leafs and Bruins, 8 p.m. Better get Coach Spawn a pizza and tell him how much it's just a friendly rivalry. Oh, Ollie says he thinks it's more than that, Miss Hughes. Fighting words. Oh, Coach. Yeah, okay. So Coach from Upper Canada College and Coach Spawn are friends. Yes, they know each other. And Coach from Upper Canada College brought Coach Spawn some poutine from Canada. Oh, and Coach returned the favor with some local adult beverages that are brewed here in the Salzburg area. So had a little gift exchange before the game between the two coaches. Upper Canada College and Kiski do have a good relationship. We've played each other quite a few times over the years. We went up there last year. We were up there this year for hockey. They hosted us for we played 2 games, right? Back-to-back days. We played 2 games up there at their place. Nice school they have up there in Canada. So really welcome them down. Anybody listening up there in Canada from Upper Canada College, we welcome you to the broadcast as well, and we hope you enjoy today's game. Oh, I know there's one Canadian listener out there. I know there's one Canadian listener out there because His brother is making a return to the field, I think, today. Ollie, you told me. Let me see. 51, Chris Rathwell is making a return to the field today. Looks like he's dressed. So Luke Rathwell, brother Chris, dressed and ready to get back into some action today. So Luke, we're glad you listened in and joining us today. Santino's grandma, Nana, we know you're out there in Rochester listening again. All the other grandmas out there, Grandma Mock and Hop, Andy Scott's grandma. I'm not sure if you're out there listening or you're here to the game. There's a lot of people out there across the way, so they might all just be over there listening to me. I don't know if they're plugged in. Maybe they're plugged in listening to me over there right now, but what a nice crowd we have traveled down. Join us today. We're getting ready for some lacrosse action. Looks like Jack Williams is going to make a return to the field also after a 3-game absence. He had a little bit of a leg issue. He's healed up, ready to go. So Jay Willie's back in action today. You know what that means, Miss Hughes? Dookie, Chris, hey, Jay Willie, Chris, brother Chris up there taking care of Dookie. Jay Willie's in goal today. That means treats for Dookie. Treats for Dookie on the saves. Hey, last night, Miss Hughes, we made a deal last night that, why is Dookie the only one getting treats? Anytime Jack makes a save, I think all the dogs should get treats. All dogs get treats when Jay Willie makes a save. Give the dogs a treat. Or if your son scores a goal, give him a treat. Just give the dogs treats. You know what I mean? They deserve the treats. We went over that last night, Miss Hughes. Just filling you in since you weren't here. All right. So Jay Willie's going to take goal, and he's gonna head down to, I don't know what end that would be. Is this the north end or the south end? Which would you say? Oh, it might be east or west, huh? So this is the east end, and that's the west end. That's the north, and that's the south. Did you know that? Yes, that's the east. That's the west. North is straight out in front of us, and south is behind us, Ollie, as it lays here on the field. If you don't trust me, get your compass out. Get your compass out, and you will see that I'm correct. Mercedes out for the first draw, and he wins. Scoots it forward on the break. Shoots. Saved by the goalie by Upper Canada College. Loose ball picked up by Charlie Boone. That's Quinn Gordon in goal for Upper Canada College. Nice save on a shot, low shot by Mercedes. And now the Cougars are going to set up the offense. Martin, Boone, Cronin at midfield. Wade, right, and Nicholas Kuda as the attackman. Cronin sweeps over the top. Doesn't shoot. Gives it to Martin. Martin's going to work. Sweeping back the other way. Loses the ball, but looked like right there to pick it up. Gives it over to Cronin. Cronin steps down and shoots and scores. Cronin with a nice step down shot. Putting the Cougars on the board 51 seconds into the game. Good possession by the Cougars to start the game. And Cronin sends a rocket from about 10 yards out. Gets it past Gordon for a 1-0 Cougar lead. Ferguson now with the draw. Sends it between his legs. Cronin scoops up the ground ball, and he's going to look to break for the Cougars. Gets it down to Kuda. Still not inside the box. Now he does get inside the box, and the Cougars have their touch. Going to pull it out and wait for the rest of the offense to join in. Martin and Boone joining Cronin, Wright, Wade, and Nick Kuda. Cronin up top. Now Boone. Boone looking for a screen from Wright. No, he's over the top. Down the alley. Shoots. High over the goal. Backed up by Kuda. Cougars will retain possession. Kuda has it. Gives it over to Wright. Up top for Cronin. Now Martin. Martin's going to sweep. Sweeps. Shoots. Nice bounce shot between the legs of Gordon. Putting the Cougars on the board again. And it's 2-0 Cougars. And the Cougars again That was Lowen Martin with a nice sweep to his left, running bounce shot. That's a Lowen Martin special, Miss Hughes, running bounce shot. That's what he's been known for throughout his Cougar career. Lowen's one of our seniors that we're trying to celebrate today, so let's give him a little shout out there. Lowen Martin giving us a Lowen Martin goal. Masitis kicks it forward. Picked up by the defender of, nope, still loose. Now Nick Kuda has it. Nick Kuda works behind the cage. Gives it over to Brennan Wright. Brennan Wright up to Ian Smith. Ian Smith out to Ryan Mockenhop. Our Mock in the game early today for the Cougars. Looks like Petnich, Mockenhop, and Smith now at midfield. Shot by Wade, backed up by Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda has it, working behind the cage. Sets it up, gives it to Ian Smith. Ian Smith over to Mockenhop. Gets a screen from Brendan Wright. Mockenhop with the shot. No, they called, looked like an illegal screen or something. Mockenhop had a nice low shot. It was a kick save by the goalie, but I think they had the Cougars on something illegal there. Upper Canada College looking to clear. 15 for Upper Canada College does get the clear, and he's in. He's getting around Mealy. Defense does a nice job of negating a shot. Ball goes out of bounds, and Upper Canada College will have it. 16, Liam Baxter. Now for Taryn Huey. 47, Sykes. 10, Borden. 16 has it. Defended by the Cougars into the middle. Saved by Jay Willie. Nice save by Jay Willie. Gets an outlet to Mealy. Mealy looking to clear. Still needs to get it over midfield. Forces, nice job by Wade to keep it in bounds. Another errant pass. Going to be run down by Mockenhop. He gets the ground ball, feeds it up for Wade. Wade step down shot high, backed up by Mockenhop. Mockenhop's going to pick it up, put it back in play for the Cougars. Sends it behind the cage for Wright, up to Cronin, and they're going to sub out. Looks like Martin, Boone, and Cronin will be the midfield this possession, with Wright, Kuda, and Wade. Lowen Martin down to Wade. Wade's over to Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda up to Cronin. Cronin looking to sweep over the top. Gets a free shot and scores. Cronin with his second of the day. Sweeps to his right and lets one fly over the shoulder of the goalie Gordon, putting the Cougars up 3-0. 7:46 left in the first quarter. Cronin's second of the day. Ferguson out for the draw. Petnich on the wing. Looks like Matt Hart over on the other side. Ferguson sends it forward, but I think they're going to call him for being a little bit early, which they do. 35 for Upper Canada College picks it up and gives it to 15, Huey. Huey gets down inside the box for his touch, being defended by Matt Hart. Matt Hart doing a nice job, stick on hand there. Gives it to 16, Baxter. Over to 17, Higgins. I can't make out that number, Miss Hughes, down there. That's too far away for me. 10. 10 is Borden. Thank you, Ollie. Those young eyes. That's right. Huey has it. Back to Baxter. Baxter over to Higgins. Defended by Rade. Rade working. Bounce shot. Wide of the cage. Backed up by Sykes. Puts it back in play to Bolden. Boyden up to Higgins. Now Baxter. Back to Higgins. Round the cage to Sykes. Scott putting on pressure. Now Dom Kuda's going to pressure on Bolden. Up top, misplayed. Matt Hart's going to pick it up and lead the break for the Cougars. Matt Hart leading the break. Gives it to Jeremiah Wade, and he shoots. Nice save by Quinn Gordon, but it's picked up by Petnich. Petnich gets possession back for the Cougars. Good save by Gordon for Upper Canada College. Wright has it behind the cage, now sends it back up top for Petnich. Petnich working on short stick of number 18. Shoots one. Nice save again by Gordon. Petnich shot a bounce shot. Gordon was up to the task making a save. 5:45 left in the first quarter. 3-0 Cougar lead. Goalie Gordon still looking to clear. Huey does finally clear for the Upper Canada College, and he gets down inside for his touch. Over for Higgins. Higgins going to shoot. Nice save by Williams. Scooped up by Smith. Back to Williams. Up to Mockenhop, and he's going to have to run. Tucks it in and does get across midfield for his clear. Gets it to Wade inside the box for his touch. Up to Petnich. James Kendall going to join the offensive end this time. Kendall working down the alley. Gives it behind the cage to Kuda. Kuda. Back up to Wright. Wright to Kendall. Coach Spawn getting a lot of guys in the game today. Kendall looking to sweep. He does sweep. Shoots a shot. Deflected. Picked up by Upper Canada College. Rolls out of it. Sends it back to Gordon. The goal keep. Up to Huey. Huey up to, I can't make that number, but he gets it across midfield. Looks like 18. Number 18, Wesley Earl, did get it across midfield for the clear. And Upper Canada College will call timeout. 4:31 left in the first quarter. Cougars are up 3-0. So Coach Spawn's playing a lot of guys today, getting some guys some time. It's a long weekend, so keeping some fresh legs in there. So who we got on the goals? Lowen has a goal today. He's one of our seniors. Jay Willie's in goal today. He's another senior for the Cougars. This is what, Jay's third year here? Yes, Jay Willie's third year here. Last year, Jay was first team. What is MSLA? He was first. Is that what it is? MSLA? I don't know all the letters in there, but the league that we play in, Jack was first team goalie. Did you know that, Miss Hughes? Yes, he was. He was first team goalie, voted on by the other coaches of the conference. And before the vote went down, I had a little meeting with Jack, and I told him that I thought that he was the best goalie in the league, and trying to boost his confidence. And then all of a sudden, he got voted first team goalie. So I said, look, Jack, I wasn't the only one that thought that, So Jay's back out there. We're going to miss him. Waller is also a senior, so both goalies that have played the past 2 days are seniors. Waller had an outstanding game last night, another senior for the Cougars. Both prefects in a dorm, great guys to have as prefects. Charlie Boone's a prefect. He's not a senior, but he's a prefect too. He's good boy. Good boy. Nick Kuda, he's a prefect in our dorm, and he's out there for the Cougars also. Oh, you know what? Andy Scott and Mealy are both prefects in our dorm, and they're seniors for the. And there, speak of the two, there was Andy Scott and Mealy. Andy Scott caused the ground ball. Mealy was fighting for it, didn't get it, but I mean we're throwing out prefect names, and there they are on the field making plays. So Upper Canada College has it back up top. Looking to sweep over the top. Rade providing defense on Higgins. Back behind the cage for Sykes. Sykes sends it across. I think that's 10. Yes, Bolden. He does shoot it outside of the cage. Williams pressures, strips the ball out of Sykes' stick, and there's another senior, Dom Kuda. He rolls out of pressure, gives it back to Williams. Dom Kuda was prefect in my dorm for 2 years before this year, and then or last year, and then this year he moved on to a different dorm. Ball's on the ground, fighting for it. Kendall looked like he got pushed in the back. Nothing called, but picked up by Cronin. Gives it over to Wade. Wade keeps it in his stick, and he's going to pull it out and let the Cougars get set for offense. Kendall comes out. Lone Martin joins in. Gives it down to Charlie Boone. Brendan Wright camping out in the middle in the crease. Cougars are playing a little slow pace today. Boone over the top. Gives it back to Cronin. Cronin goes across field, a little bit of an errant pass, but Martin's able to run it down before anything bad happens. And then he gives it back over to Brennan Wright. Brennan Wright gets a screen from Charlie Boone, rolls back, gives it to Boone. Boone looking to get down the alley, but cut off by the defense of Upper Canada College. Now Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda over the top. Fires a bounce shot. Nice save by Gordon. Gordon, 3 nice saves in a row on low shots, bounce shots, but bad pass by UCC. Fought for by 24 over there. Kept in bounds. Ball is still loose. Still loose. Wade fighting for it, but UCC comes up with it. Gives it back to Gordon. Gordon's going to look to clear. Cougars are putting on a little bit of a press. Over shot on the pass and picked up by Dom Kuda. Kuda's going to clear for the Cougars, get it up to his brother Nick, and here comes the twin brother connection seniors. Oh, I thought Nick was going to feed it back to him and Dom was going to load up the long stick, but Nick didn't want to play that game. He didn't want to participate in the party. Good clear by Kuda brothers. Behind the cage, Wade to Nick Kuda. Back up top for Charlie Boone. Charlie Boone, he looked like he was going to go down that alley, but didn't. Pulls it back out, gives it to Wright, who gives it back to Charlie. Now he gives it to Lone Martin. Lone Martin looking for a screen, nothing. Good defense by UCC. Brennan Wright shoots a low to high riser over the cage, backed up by Wade. 1:21 left in the quarter. Cougars up 3-0. Wade puts it back in play for the Cougars. Sends it up top to Boone. Over to Martin. Martin still has it. Runs down the alley. No. To Wade. Wade shoots it, and Gordon with another nice save. Gordon's having a nice day for UCC in goal. Couple good saves so far. Sends it far side clear for Huey. He does get it across midfield. Matt Hart's going to cut him off, but he does get inside the box for a clear. He gets around Hart. Now he's still down the alley. Shoots, but Jay Will with a nice save. Feeds it up to Rade. Rade looking to lead the break. Up to Ian Smith. Ian Smith over to Wade. Looks like the Cougars have some numbers late coming. Wade's going to keep it. Shoots it over the goal, but backed up by Wright. And the Cougars will have possession. 30 seconds. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Petnich is going to join in. Clock's running. Wright has it. Gives it up to hometown Mockenhop. Over to Petnich. Petnich. Kendall's going to join in to make the sixth guy for the Cougars. Wade. Now to Mockenhop. To Wright. Clock's running down. Still running down. Wright shoots. Gordon with another big save. He's going to fight and save it. And that's the end of the quarter. Gordon with some big saves in the second half of the quarter, keeping UCC in the game. With the Cougars up 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. Cougars had a lot of opportunities there. And Quinn Gordon, goaltender for UCC, making some big saves there. He's only class of 2026. He's a young guy, so he's having a nice day for himself. Cougars doing a nice job of maintaining possession. And when they are in the defensive end, Jack Williams had a couple nice saves in that first quarter to keep UCC off the board, where this would be a lot closer than what it is already. UCC playing a spirited first quarter to keep themselves in the game, spirited defensively at least. Gordon standing on his head. Right. So the coach that for the head coach for UCC is coach for Team Ontario, and quite a few of the Cougars play on Team Ontario. So they kind of there's a little bit of a relationship between the two. So it's more seniors. Senior defense, the whole defense out there right now. Dom Kuda, Andy Scott, Ryan Mealy, all seniors. Dom Kuda, 4-year senior. He's been here for 4 years. Him and his brother both. They've been here for all 4 years. Miss Killian, this is his 3rd year with the program. He's a senior. Sends it between his legs. Now he's going to scoop up the ground ball and he's going to roll out of it. Feed a pass over for DeLauro. He is going to scoop it up and give it to Giatetti. Santino gets it in behind the cage and gives it back to Brennan Wright. Brennan Wright up to Cronin. Cronin looking for a screen from Boone. Sweeps, gives it to Martin. Sweeps over the top. Martin, shot. Saved by Gordon. Another save by Gordon. Huey has it. Checked by Boone. Ward being called. So Cougars will have the ball. Boone has it. Gives it to Martin up top. Now to Cronin. Giatetti, Kuda, and Wright joining the offensive attack. Santino's getting a little more time. Second game back from being out for a while. Nice roll, step down, and score. Good pick and roll. 2-game action from Boone and Brennan Wright. Brennan sets the screen. Charlie comes off. Then Brennan rolled, and Charlie give it right back to him for an open step down shot. And he puts it past Gordon for a 4-0 Cougar lead. Coach Locks, nice of you to join us in the booth. I see you shaking your head over there. You like that description, huh? Looks like they called I think they called Ferguson for being early again. Oh, Bryce. That's okay, Bryce. Come on now. You've had a bunch of good games in a row. Stripped by Matt Hart. Nice job, Matt Hart. Rolls out of it, gives it back to Williams. Williams being pressured by Bolden. Gives it to Dom Kuda. Dom Kuda's working up the field. Sends a nice pass lead up to Ian Smith. Ian Smith's going to walk down the alley. Nice feed to Giatetti, who puts it in for the Cougar goal. Good fast break by the Cougars. All starting by the strip on the defensive end by Matt Hart. Good job, Matt Hart. Nice strip. Caused that turnover. Dom Kuda feeds it up. And Giatetti puts it in for the goal, giving the Cougars a 5-0 lead, 10:36 left in the half. All starts on the defensive end. 1-5, Matt Hart. Nice job. Another illegal for the Cougars are just a little fast today. So Messias got called for illegal. Can't have those. Being pressured. Ian Smith joins in. Does pressure Huey, but he spins out of it. Gives it to Baxter. Now Higgins. Behind to Bolden. Bolden looked like he was going to go to Sykes, but Kuda cut that off, so he has to come back up for Higgins. Now Baxter over to Higgins. Higgins has it. Rade cuts him off and makes him think about what he's going to do. Higgins tries to beat Rade, but Rade's all over it. Nice defense by Rade. Welcome back, Rade. He was battling a little bit of a knee injury, as you can tell, but a shot low, but saved by Jay Willie. Get Dookie some more treats. There's a nice outlet for Mealy. He picks it up. Nope, still loose ball. He finally does gather it in on that ground ball and gives it up to Giattetti, but bad pass. Errant pass. Giattetti couldn't handle it. And UCC is going to take over possession. Feeds it into the goalie, Gordon. Gordon, nice long outlet upfield for Higgins. And Hart's going to work on Higgins. Let's see if he can get another strip. Hart was really heavy on the hands there. Kuda behind the cage working on Bolden. Up top for Baxter. 19. Robinson gives it to Higgins. Back to Robinson. Looks like Armach's playing a little defense for us this time. Same with Petnich. Baxter feeds it into the middle, but deflected by Matt Hart. Once again, scooped up by Mockenhop. He's going to lead the break. Late trailer with Mealy. Fires, couldn't get it in. Spins out of it. Does load up the long stick. Shoots a big bounce shot behind the goalie. The Cougars backed up, and they're going to keep possession. Giattetti gives it to Brendan Wright. Over to Petnich. Now Wade. Wade's going to play a little midfield for us. Giattetti. Back to Wade. Now Petnich. Petnich looking for a screen from Wright. Goes over the top. Mockenhop doesn't handle the pass cleanly, but does gather it in and sends it to Nick Kuda. Nick Kuda working, circling around the cage, still circling around the cage, still has it, shoots and scores. Nick Kuda with a good individual effort, continuing just to work and work and work around that cage. Finally gets leverage on the defender to get his shooting hand free and fires one in for another Cougar goal. 6-0 Kiski, 8:02 left in the first half. Nick Kuda, senior, with a nice individual effort. Bryce Ferguson out for another draw. DeLauro on the LSM wing. Looks like Cronin on the other wing. Ferguson kicks it forward, still on the ground. Still on the ground. Still loose. No possession yet. Still no possession. Still no possession. Nothing has been won yet. And it looks like Huey does gain possession for UCC. Being pressed hard by the Cougars. DeLauro. Now Mealy comes in and really putting the pressure on him. Really doesn't. Timeout blue. Coach. UCC coach did a nice, used a wise timeout there. Mealy was he wasn't going to get a touch in time. There was no way. Mealy was hounding that guy. Mealy's another senior. Ryan Mealy is a third year here. Third year with Kiski. Ryan is committed to Hobart. He's going to go join another Kiski guy at Hobart. Was you here for David Peterkin? No, you were not. You were not here for David Peterkin. Your brother, X was here for David. Xavier was here for Ollie's brother. Xavier was. How many years was Xavier here? 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. And this is your second, and you'll be here one more. All right. So. But Mealy, third year here with us. Hobart commit. And David Peterkin's up at Hobart now doing good things. Former Kiski lacrosse guy. Mealy's really grown up in the past 3 years. Man, he used to whack. He used to get so many penalties. The past 2 years, he lived in the penalty box. This year he's really calmed it down and just playing really aggressive defense without having to like trying to do tomahawk chop on everybody. Bolden playing. Kuda fights through the screen. Nice job by Kuda. Oh, nice strip by Kuda. Another senior defender. Ball on the ground. Still on the ground. Digging it out. Who's going to come out with it? And it's Dom Kuda, senior, rolls back, gives it to Jack Williams. Long outlet pass to Andy Scott. Seniors on display. Kuda, Williams, and Scott. Now Kuda again. Ian Smith, another senior, shoots and scores! Mealy, Dom Kuda, Jack Williams, Andy Scott, Nick Kuda, Ian Smith, senior, Ollie. Everybody's a senior on that attack. And Ian Smith with the bounce shot with the score to make it 7-0 Cougars. We're celebrating the seniors, and they all had a hand on that goal. Messidas with the ground ball, still loose. Scooped up by 45 of UCC. Messidas with a big hit to cause the turnover. Picked up by Cronin. He's going to lead the break. No, he's going to get down inside the box, get a touch. Now he's going to slow it up a little bit. Giatetti has it behind the cage. Over to Wade. Boone and Martin join the offensive attack. Giatetti has it now. Sends it up top for Cronin. Now Boone. Sweeps over the top. Moving screen. They're going to call moving screen. Gordon had a save on that shot. Gordon's been doing a nice job for the UCC in goal. Huey misplays the pass, and there's Nick Kuda, scoops it up. No, he thought about having a little break, but he looked and saw he didn't have the number, so he pulls it out. Gives it up to Martin. Rade's out on the offensive end. All right, Rade. Vignovich. Is that how you say it? Oh, man, I'm right. Vignovich. Am I right? First try. Oh, yes. There is Ian Smith. Another slow shot. Saved by Gordon. Kuda finally does scoop it up and gives it to Petnich. Petnich gives it back to Smith. Feeds it behind the cage to Wade. Wade's going to survey the scene and then send it up to Petnich. Petnich looking. Oh, nice spin move. Bounce shot. And score. Jacob Petnich. Nice spin move to get around the defender. And then he sends a bounce shot between Gordon's leg to make it 8-0 Cougars. And that's 7 different scores on the day for the Cougars. Just shows the balance of the Cougars. It's a team game. Jacob Petnich, welcome to the party. Called the illegal procedure on the UCC face-off guy. Hometown Mockenhop picks it up, gives it down to Nick Kuda. We got Brennan Wright on the offensive end. Giatetti has it now. Looks like James Kendall parked in the crease in there. Let's see if James Kendall can get himself on the board. Nope, behind the cage. Jeremiah Wade sweeping around, shoots and scores. Jeremiah Wade. I think they call that a question mark, where you come up and then you spin back like a question mark and let it. I think that's what they call it, a question mark. Anybody out there in the lacrosse world, let me know if I was right on that. I don't know. They said somehow can you see the comments? You know what I mean? Anybody have a comment for me? Let me know. I don't know everything. I really don't know a whole lot about lacrosse. This is I've been following a team for a little while, but I'm not down with everything. Messidas, nice draw, gets the win on the draw, feeds it up to Giatetti. Giatetti has it, gives it behind the cage for Wade. He's going to operate from the X. Now he gives it to Nick Kuda. Over to Petnich. He bobbles the pass, but he had time to scoop it up. Petnich sweeping. Gets leverage. Gets his hands free. Shoots. Nice save by Gordon. Gordon got it. And then he feeds a lead pass up for Robbins. No, that's not Robbins. That was Wesley Earl, 18. Ooh, Sykes had it, but Williams takes it for the Cougars. Lead pass for Matt Hart. Defended hard by the UCC. Ball still on the ground, and Matt Hart's fighting for it. He does pick up the ground ball. Rolls out and invades back, or Higgins, that is. And Mockenhop gets cleared for the Cougars. Gives it down to Kuda, who gets the touch. Looks like, I don't even know where the ball's at. There it is. Wade had it. It looked like they had a hidden ball trick on me there, Ollie. I lost track of it there for a second. They were trying to fool me. Mockenhop has it. He's going to work on the short stick. Gets over the top. Feeds it back for, oh, nice bounce shot by Giattetti. He got free. They're going to call slash on UCC, putting the Cougars up a man. Good play by Mockenhop to get the ball to Giattetti. Giattetti with the bounce shot. Saved by Gordon, but the Cougars are going to be man up. Vignovich joins in. He's going to be on the man up unit. Looks like Giattetti's out there. Kendall, Wade, Kuda's sneaking behind the cage. He's the senior. Wade and Kuda sitting down, goal line extended. They call that GLE. Fired by Vignovich, and he scores his first Cougar goal. Rade Vignovich. And that's the 9-0, 10-0 now. 9 different scores, 10-0 lead for the Cougar. Rade. Good goal by Rade. Nice shot. I know Grandma Vignovich is out there listening. She loves it. Digging it out. Ferguson, this is a hard ground ball. It looked like a push in the back. Push in the back. It's going to give the ball to the Cougars, and Ian Smith's going to get it. Ian Smith picks it up. Bringing it down into the offensive end, but he's going to give it over to Petnich. Hometown Mockenhop's going to join the party. Wade has it. Gives it to Giattetti. Mockenhop. Now Smith over to Petnich. Petnich going to work on the short stick. Spins. Mockenhop gets free. Shoots a bounce shot wide of the cage. Looks like they're still going to have Kuda being closest to it on the backup. Cougars will have possession still. Gives it over to Petnich. Back up top to Smith. Coming down on 2 minutes left in the half. Cougars up 10-0. Mockenhop has it. Petnich again. Still working on the short stick. Nice job of number 18 over there. Earl, I believe is his name. Yes, Wesley Earl. Mockenhop. Behind the cage for Kuda. Cougars doing a nice job of just being patient here. No need to rush. Kuda looks for Wade, who shoots. Nice save by Gordon. Gordon's doing a nice job on those high shots. He's doing a nice job saving them. Anything in his feet he's kind of struggled with. But here's DeLauro coming on in right at the perfect moment to intercept the pass on the clear from the goalie. Gets it back for the Cougar offense. Giattetti got the touch for the offense. Now up top, Petnich over to Smith. Coming down on a minute. Minute left in the half. Smith working down the alley. Cut off nicely by the defense of UCC. Up top for Mockenhop. Now he works. Still, nice job by Hui on the defense. Wade has it. Over to Petnich. Petnich working down on it. Earl shoots a bounce shot. Backed up by Giatetti. 30 seconds left in the half. Ian Smith's going to look to get a screen. There's the screen and roll. Petnich has it. Can't get his now. He gets it into the middle for Wade. Shoots a low shot. Flag came down. Looked like it's going to be a slash. Wade shot a low shot, got slashed, which sent the shot wide. Cougars backed it up. They'll be man up. 15 seconds left in the half. I don't know. I think the Cougars might just hold it and not so that they don't have to have a face-off for the second half. But Giatetti's just going to run out the half here, keep it in his stick. As long as the ball's in his stick, we won't have a face-off to start the second half, and the Cougars will have possession. There's the halftime with the Cougars leading 10-0. Once again, 9 different scores for the Cougars. Cade Cronin had 2, and then Lowen Martin, Brennan Wright, Santino Giatetti, Nicholas Kuda, Ian Smith, Jacob Petnich, Jeremiah Wade, and Rade Vignovich, all with 1 each. Jack Williams with some nice saves. Hope Dookie and all the dogs are getting treats out there. Big defensive effort by Andy Scott, Dom Kuda, Ryan Mealy. Matt Hart with a nice strip on the defensive end to start a break for the Cougars, leading to a goal. DeLauro had a nice turnover. All-around team effort by the Cougars. Yeah, Matt Hart, that's what I just said, Ollie. I said he had his. Didn't I just say that, Miss Hughes? Like, I just described the whole thing. Ollie, oh man, Ollie. Oh, screen time. The refs are doing a fantastic job. I'm telling you. Fantastic. That's right. Right? So, who else we got here? Senior. Oh, Jeremiah Wade. Jeremiah Wade, senior for the Cougars. He has a goal today, doesn't he? Jeremiah has a goal. Grandma, hope you're out. Hope you're doing well out there. Glad you enjoyed your visit last weekend. Hope you're doing well up there in Canada. Aiden Waller, big game yesterday. How about those saves yesterday, Ollie? Aiden Waller was putting on. Aiden Waller was putting on a display last night. Miss Hughes, you should have saw it. Aiden's mom and dad down here for senior recognition day weekend. They're across the way, having a good time. Everybody's out there in the sunshine. Got the tent set up across the way. Is Dennis a senior? Dennis Harrington, senior. He made it back to the roster last night. He played his first game last night. He got in the game. Denny was playing last night. He looked good. He had that I don't know what thing on his arm. I don't know what his injury was, but he was banged up for a while. But Denny made it back last night. He's a senior. Dennis, when we made the trips, usually Dennis was in my van. He liked talking some lifting and stuff. He's a good lifter. Denny's strong boy. Ian Smith, another senior for the Cougars. He had a goal today. Ian, you remember Ian when he first got here, Coach Laux? Huh? Yes, he has. Ian Smith. He's improved in a lot of ways. Classroom, just his overall demeanor. Ian Smith has really come along in the past. That's what Kiski does, Takes those guys that just need a little somebody to believe in them and somebody to show them that help them out and show them there's a way to do things that is different than what they've ever experienced before, and set them along the right path. That's all he needed. That's all Ian Smith needed. He just needed somebody to set him along the right path. And Mom and Dad do a great job of recognizing that and letting us help them out. And Smiths, I tell you what, the Smiths do. They bring in some spreads when it's summer break. I'm telling you, they bring in some spreads for lunches and stuff. We really appreciate that. Matt Hart, another senior, big day, getting his time in the sun. Mrs. Hart's out there. She met me at brunch today. Mrs. Hart. She made her way up from North Carolina. Mr. Hart was here last weekend. We appreciate everything they do for us. Giattetti's are here. I don't think what's Santino? Is he only a junior? Sophomore maybe. Sophomore. Santino's only a sophomore. So Santino's a young guy. Oh yeah, he's in Miss Hughes. Got him in health class. Huh? That's right. But he might be a junior. But he might be a junior. But either way, Andy Scott, another senior for us. Andy's going to Providence. Mr. and Mrs. Scott's over there. Grandma Scott, she's out there. The Scotts. Do you ever see how many cookies he gets every week? Like he gets a whole tub of chocolate chip cookies every week, and they are so good. Santino is a junior. Rathwell, he's a senior for us. He's he's dressed today. I don't know if he'll get in the game or not. He's working his way back. He had a little wrist injury, so I don't know if he'll play today or not. But he's dressed, and his mom and dad's here, and I know his brother Luke's out there listening in live stream land, and I give a shout out to Luke. Luke, don't be like your brother. You come and see me and spend time with me for more than 1 year. Don't be like brother Chris and only spend 1 year with me. It's better if you get multiple years of Coach Lupka, isn't that right, Dolly? I mean, you can't get the full Coach Lupka experience in 1 year. You have to spend multiple years to get the full Coach Lupka experience. I mean, it takes probably a year just for you to start to like me. Maybe a little more. That's why you need multiple years, right? But by the time you're done with your second year, you might start liking me. By the time you're done with your third year, you're going to love me, right? But you need 3 years to really warm up to Coach Alupka. That's there's no doubt about that. All right. Nathan Ward, another senior. Unfortunately, Nathan's been out for a couple games and he isn't playing today. But Mr. and Mrs. Ward are over on a hillside. I know they're here, and young Mr. Ward, Nathan's youngest brother, is here visiting with us again. And Nathan's older brother was a 3-year Kiski student also. Eric's out. Where's Eric? Is he at Lehigh or is he Lafayette? Which one? Lehigh, Lafayette. I don't know. We got guys at both, and I can't remember which is which. But I know Eric's out there, and Eric was a good attackman for the Cougars for 3 years. But Nathan Ward is good. He's part of the defensive crew too. The hockey defensive crew. I'm telling you, Nathan likes to get pumped up. He likes it when you get on him a little bit. Nathan's like I am. Like I couldn't have a coach be nice to me. Like I needed a coach to really get on me. And you know like don't be nice about it. Tell me when I'm messing it up. Let me know I'm messing it up. Don't be so nice about it. That's the kind of coach I needed. Don't sugarcoat it for me. No, don't sugarcoat it. And that's kind of what Nathan likes too. Nathan likes that. So he every once in a while he says, "Coach, you got anything to say to me?" And I know what he means. Like he wants me to give it to him. Like, well, Nathan, you really didn't do anything to make me upset or anything right now. But I mean, if you want me to chew you out, I can. So. But Nathan Ward, he should be back pretty soon. Huh? Ollie? He's fighting back. He's had some big games for the Cougars in his years. Let me tell you, a couple years ago down at Shady Side when he was a sophomore, I think he scored the game tying goal maybe, and David Peterkin, who we talked about earlier, scored the winning goal, but Nathan let one rip on a step down, and that was the first time he really just let it fly. As a young guy, sometimes they come in and are a little bit nervous of making a mistake, and don't want to take that shot because they think if they miss the shot that everybody's going to be upset that they took the shot, and you know how that goes, misuse. But Nathan, he just finally just had confidence in himself and let one fly, and he scored big goals for the Cougars over his years. So a lot of seniors out there, and we love every one of them. Brennan Wright, another senior for the Cougars, came to us for a year. He was from St. Andrews. We played them a couple weeks ago. Brennan had a huge game last night with 6 goals. He has a goal today. Does he? Brennan have a goal yet? Brennan does have 1 goal tonight after a big game last night with 6. So those are some of the seniors. I hope I got them all. I'm probably sure I've missed one. I'm Killian face-off guy, Mr. Masitis. Hey, Mr. Masitis brought me some deer jerky. Have you had it? Have you had? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I ate like 2 bags of it in a day. And then he brought me like homemade deer. I think they were maybe deer hot dogs, but they were like they had jalapeno cheese in them. Hot dogs. Oh yeah, homemade sausages. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I have not had moose, but you're from Canada. You bring me some bullwinkle. All right, so Petnich has it up top. Over to Mockenhop. Mockenhop to right. Well, here we are starting the second half. Now Kendall. Cougars are on a man-up unit. That's why there was no face-off. And it looks like Giattetti's did run down the loose ball, misplayed the pass, but ran it down, gives it back to Petnich. Over to Kendall. Wade's looking for a step down, didn't have a lane. Shoot, gives a pass across the lane, but couldn't be handled by Mockenhop. Ball's on the ground. Still on the ground, and it's dug out by Giattetti. Nice job by Santino. Gives it to Wright. It's going to be penalty is over. So it's now 6-on-6. UCC fights off that penalty. And the Cougars are going to have it behind the cage for Wright. Up to Petnich. Petnich. Now Santino has it. He's going to work on Huey, the short stick. Gets over the top, feeds it into the middle for Kendall. Can't handle the pass. Scooped up by Gordon. Outlet pass for Baxter. Baxter clears midfield. He's got numbers. He's running. Cut off by DeLauro. Now rotated over by Hart to the shooter, who sends it wide over the cage, out of bounds. That was Sykes on the shot. Backed up by UCC, and they're going to have possession. Huey will have it up top. Now it's Baxter. That's Bolden. Bolden working on. Runs through the screen. Was that OBP ran straight through the screen of Baxter on the defense there. Now Hart has him. Defending on Sykes. Back up to Baxter. Now Huey has it. No, that's Higgins. 17. 17's Higgins. Kendall doing a nice job on the defense. Higgins looking to shoot. He does shoot, but it's wide of the cage. But UCC will keep possession, and Sykes puts it in play. Up to Huey. Huey getting a screen from Baxter. Kuda fights through the screen, gives a hand check. Now Higgins has it. It's going to work on Kendall. Sweeping over the top. Trying to get his hands free. Kendall strips him of the ball. Flag comes down. They're going to call Kendall for a little bit of a hold there. Higgins got around Kendall. Kendall tried to come down with the stick and strip him of the ball, but they called him for a hold. It's going to put UCC up a man. Looks like Ian Smith's going to come in and play the short stick defender on the man down unit, joining Matt Hart. looks like Matt Hart, DeLauro, OBP, and Dom Kuda out there on the defense. Rotate it. Now sent wide on the shot. Nice rotation by DeLauro to get over there to pressure that shot. Sends it wide, but UCC will keep possession. Bolden now to 17. 26 is Peters. Behind the cage. Knocked out of bounds, and Cougars are going to get possession. Smith's going to go over, pick it up, put it in play. He gets it in play, sends it back to Williams. Williams, the goalie, he's looking to clear. Charlie Boone's cutting across the field. And there's Rathwell. He is in the game. Comes down and picks it up. He's going to use his speed to get it across midfield. Rathwell joins in. He's getting a little action. Good to see Chris Rathwell back. Charlie Boone has it. So Rathwell, Martin, Boone will be midfield attack. Wade, right, and Giattetti will be the attackman. Now Giattetti has it. Sends it behind the cage for right. Right. Up to Rathwell. Rathwell going to sweep over the top. Looking for a shot. Defend it nicely. Gives it to Martin. Martin now gives it over to Wright. Does a nice job of reaching up to gather that pass. Back to Rathwell. Rathwell works down the alley. Shoots. Oh, nice save by Gordon. Scooped up by Wade. Wade back to Boone. Back. Boone. Oh, looked like he wants to. He does attack the alley. Shot. Saved by Gordon. Good save by Gordon. Boone come down the alley. Gordon was up to the task. Bad pass by UCC on the clear, and OBP picks it up, giving it back to Williams in the goalie. Williams is going to run the attack. Gives it up to Vignovich. Rade is going to get it in the box for the touch. Gives it to Wade. Cronin, Martin, and it looks like Rathwell will get back in on the offensive attack. Vignovich comes off. Rathwell goes on. Rathwell has the ball in his stick. Wade, Giattetti, and Wright as attackmen. Rathwell has it. Now to Martin. Back to Rathwell. Over to Cronin. Cronin down the lane. Sends it high and wide. Over the cage. Wade puts it back in play for the Cougars. Gives it to Martin. Martin sweeps over the top. Gets a screen from Rathwell. Feeds it back to Wright. Shoots a bounce shot. Draws a penalty on a late hit. Bounce shot over the cage. Backed up by the Cougars. Penalty on UCC. Looks like 1-4. Kedwell get called for the slash. And the Cougars will go man up. Giattetti, Martin, Rathwell, Cronin, Wade, and Wright on the offensive end. Shot by Giattetti. Giattetti, the spaghetti bender of a goal right there. And that's Santino's second of the day. Giving the Cougars an 11-0 lead. Grandma Nona, you love that goal right there. That was a nice low shot by Santino. There's Masitis. Nice ground ball win. Gives it up to Wright. Wright back across the cage. Nicely defended by UCC, and Gordon gets it. Gordon's going to look to clear for UCC. He does get it up for 14. Wright putting on the pressure, makes him roll back out. Gets it into the middle, and Baxter does clear midfield for UCC. Still needs to get down into the box, and he does for his touch. Now Higgins. Over to Huey. Down to Boyden, maybe. He gets a shot, defended nicely by the Cougar defense, Petnich and OBP to force an errant shot. Sykes has it now for UCC behind the cage. Up to Higgins. Now Huey. Huey's going to work on Petnich. Petnich does a nice job with the check, forcing a loose ball, but Huey picks it back up. Behind to Sykes. Now to X, misplayed by Boyden, and OBP's going to run it down. Still on the ground, but OBP picks it up, gets it to Williams. Williams looking to clear. He's going to run. He's got wheels. He's still got it. Clearing past to Wade. Wade down the alley. Gets in the box, but he'll pull out and let the Cougars set up the offense. Kendall has it. Petnich, Mockenhop will join the midfield attack. Giatetti, now right to Mockenhop. Petnich, over to Kendall. Kendall's going to work on the short stick of Baxter. No, Higgins, I mean. Mockenhop, now to Wade. Step down, bounce shot. Wide, backed up by Wright. 4:38 left in the third quarter. Wright has it. Now Mockenhop. Petnich. Petnich still has it. Now Mockenhop. Mockenhop got the short stick of Huey. Gets over the top. Feeds it down. Just an errant pass. Little out of the reach of Santino. Giatetti giving the ball back to UCC. Gives it to Gordon, the goalie. He's going to start to clear. Sends a long pass up for 14. Now gets it to Baxter, who gets across midfield on the clear. There's the on the doorstep. Nicely defended by DeLauro and Williams. And it looks like they're going to call somebody for a push. Yep, UCC is going to have the maintain possession there. Good job by Williams and DeLauro to shut off that scoring opportunity. UCC maintains possession. 19. That's Robinson. Robinson gets around Vignovich down the lane. Tries to feed it in the middle, but cut off nicely by OBP to force a ground ball. Ball still on the ground. Still on the ground. Matt Hart finally, no, does not pick it up. Still on the ground. Who's going to come away with it? Looks like Baxter. Baxter of UCC finally digs it out. He's going to calm it down. 3:10 left in the quarter. Boyden. Now Higgins to Sykes. Pressured again. Matt Hart doing a nice job defensively today. DeLauro, nice pass from Higgins to Boyden. That was a nice pass. And Jay Willie with a big save. Give Dookie a treat. Bad pass. Errant pass. Let's see if Cougars can get it. Over and back call. Over and back. White possession. Wright's going to pick it up for the Cougars. He's going to get it down, leading the break. Wide open for Santino. Stripped by the defender of UCC. Nice play by number 4, Kedwell. Joe Kedwell, UCC stripping Santino on the doorstep, preventing a goal. Mockenhop has it down the alley. Huey kind of lost his footing. Gets back up. Mockenhop has it back. Sends it across for Petnich. Petnich working on 18, Earl. Now Brennan Wright has it. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Mockenhop. Wade. Back to Mockenhop. Sweeps over the top. Gives it to Kendall. Kendall circles. Now to Wright. Shoots a high riser over the cage, but backed up by Giatetti, keeping the Cougars in possession. Sends a not the best pass there. I don't know what happened there on that pass, but went out of bounds and give UCC possession of the ball. Gordon has it. Gives it to Huey. Huey going to be ridden by Brennan Wright. Wright. Oh, they got him. They got. He got him. He got him. Yep, he got him. Offsides on the Cougars. They had to offsides. Giatetti just couldn't stop in time across midfield. Got a little too aggressive on that ride. So Boyden has it. Boyden gets a screen, sends a high pass for or Higgins, being ran down, still inbounds, and Sykes picks it up, gives it to Higgins. Higgins trying to get around Vignovich, but Vignovich is up to the task defensively. 19, Robinson. Robinson being pressured. Still has it. Now Higgins. Behind the cage for, is that 10, Boyden? It is Boyden. Double teamed nicely by DeLauro, and OBP pushed. Oh, and Boyden just did a dumb move there and got a penalty on his own. So it's not going to be a man up. We're going to have an offsides on the Cougars, but it looks like they're going to call Boyden for something there at the end. Maybe. Let's see what they say. Ooh. Oh, okay. So he touched the ball without having a stick. So he played without a stick. So you can't do that. Or you can't do that. So Cougars are going to be down 2 men. And UCC is going to be on the man uppers. Robinson. Boyden. Boyden has it into the middle for Sykes. Bounce shot. Wide of the cage. Hart. Oh, Denny's in. Denny Harrington, 34, is in the game. There's another senior. Hart. Ooh. There's the quarter. There's the quarter. I was unaware of the quarter myself. Yeah, I fell asleep there I didn't actually fall asleep, ladies and gentlemen. I'm wide awake up here, but fell asleep as far as paying attention to how much time was left. So Cougars are up 11-0 after 3 quarters. And all the young guys are doing a nice job of filling in, getting some time today. I know we're recognizing the seniors. It's nice to see a senior like Dennis Harrington, who fought injury all year and hasn't got to play, and getting some time out there right now. And it's nice to see a guy like Matt Hart getting a lot of time today. It's, get those seniors who don't normally get a whole lot of time getting more time than what they normally would. We got Big Dave on the defensive end by all 3 of our senior defenders, Mealy, Scott, and Dom Kuda, causing multiple turnovers, just harassing the UCC guys when they do have possession, making it tough. I mean, they're pitching a shutout, so that speaks for itself. Jack Williams, big saves, another senior committed to Hamilton College. Nicholas Kuda has a goal on the day, committed to Oberlin College. Dom Kuda, again, nice defensive. He's going to Worcester. Loan Martin has a goal on the day. Nice running bounce shot. Loan Martin special, right? He was one of the second goal of the day, I think it was. He's going to Lafayette. Jeremiah Wade Fairfield commit. He has a goal on the day. Aiden Waller's going to post. Was that used to be CW Post and they just dropped the CW, Miss Hughes? Do you know? Do you remember CW Post from back in the day? But they were a New York school also, and that's where this Post is at. There's a shot in net. Sykes does get UCC on the board with a shot between the legs of Jack Williams, making it 11-1. That was Nick Sykes. Midfielder. Oh, man, it says he's class of 2027. He's a youngster. 2027. That's young, huh? So Nick Sykes with a goal. There's Rathwell putting on a ride. Rathwell still putting on a ride. Causes a ground ball. Picked up by UCC. And there's Earl. Baxter gets it in. Harrington loses his footing. Baxter still has it, but there's Rathwell. Nice defense by Rathwell, causing a loose ball. He's going to pick it up, and he's got wheels. Rathwell's going to lead the break. Gets it to Kuda. Back to Rathwell. Rathwell shoots. Deflected by UCC. Ball still on the ground. Giattetti gets it, and he picks up the ground ball. Flags down. Draws a flag and draws another one. And they call a penalty. Once the second flag comes down, they draw two. We're going to have a push. Yeah. So he's like a magician, Miss Hughes says. He keeps pulling the hankies out of his sleeve. So we have multiple penalties. Was it on the same guy or different guys? Same guy. So same guy had both penalties, so it would still only be one man down. And the Cougars are going to put it in play. Ian Smith has it. Gives it up to Rathwell. Rathwell back to Smith. Now Rathwell. Rathwell's a playmaker. Gives it to Giattetti. Petnich. He was cutting down the alley. Giattetti behind the screen. There's Rathwell on the screen on the cut. Try to get it to him. Giattetti fires one. Deflected by the defense of UCC. They're packing it in tight. Ian Smith has it up top. Gives it to Rathwell. Comes out a problem. Now to Smith. Smith to Kuda. Back to Rathwell. Rathwell gets a screen from right. Gives it to Giattetti. Now to Rathwell. Right. Look for the step down. Rathwell misses the catch. Picked up by UCC. Looking to clear. Still has it. Boyden gets it for UCC, and Blue Coach calls a timeout. 10:05 left in the game. Score is 11-1. Cougars. Again, Kiski's playing a pretty, I'd say, relaxed game today, we will say. Getting some reps in with the younger guys. 4 games back to back. Yeah, resting the legs of the older guys. Because tomorrow's game and Monday's game are going to be pretty competitive. St. Ignatius coming in tomorrow, 2 p.m. start. Mount Lebanon coming in on Monday for a 7 p.m. start. St. Ignatius, last year was the first year we ever beat St. Ignatius, Ollie. Did you know that? Yeah. So 2 years ago down here, we lost to them in overtime. Wasn't the best game for us. And then last year, we finally broke through and beat them. So it should be a good game. Mount Lebanon's always pretty competitive. So we'll see next 2 days. So Boyden puts it back in play, being ridden hard by OBP and Zach DeLoro. They're trying to cause a turnover here. They do. They're still working them. The ball is on the ground. Finally get the ball loose, and OBP does pick it up. Sends it into the middle, scooped up. Nice save by Nate Croson. Big save by Nate Croson. And here comes our Armock, hometown, on the break. Gets it up to Rathwell, to Kuda. Kuda shoots and scores! Croson starts the break with a big save. Gets it up. That was Nick Kuda. His second, Nick Kuda, senior, second goal of the day, fed by Rathwell. Rathwell gets on the score sheet. Luke, make sure you come and see me for more than 1 year. Don't be like brother Chris. You come and see me for a couple years. We'll do good things together. Isn't that right, Miss Hughes? They benefit. 100% all he says. Messidas won the draw, picked up the ground ball. Errant pass at OBP's feet. Couldn't scoop it up. Went out of bounds. UCC will have possession. Baxter has it. Gets the touch in the box for UCC. Now Robinson over to Higgins. Behind the cage for Sykes. Boyden has it. Peters is camped out in the slot there in the seam. They're kind of looking for him. Robinson. Now that's Higgins over there, 17. Matt Hart still playing defense. They're going to call him. Got his stick into his face. Sykes kind of drew that. Nice shot from distance. Defense, nice defense by Vignovich, and Petnich picked up on the doorstep outside the cage. Croson's fighting. Croson does finally pick it up for the Cougars, and the Cougars are going to get called for a penalty. Nate Croson playing a nice quarter so far for Nate Croson, huh? He's stepping up his game today. Good job, Nate Croson. Big save earlier, leading the break, led to a goal. Nice to see Nate Croson stepping up. Good job, 48. Here we go. UCC is going to have it man up. Baxter sends it up top to Boyden. Now Sykes. Robinson. Peters. 26 is Peters. There's Peters, sends it behind the cage to Sykes. Nope, not Sykes. I'm sorry, Baxter. Shot again to the outside of the cage. Baxter shot, went to the outside of the cage. Picked up by Higgins. Now to Baxter. Baxter sends it up for Boyden. Shoots a shot and beats Croson for another UCC goal. And it is now 12-2. Miss Hughes took one off instead of putting one on. Ooh, man. We don't have anybody sitting there. Very few in the bleachers today. Everybody's across the way enjoying the sunshine. And so we haven't been yelled at today, Miss Hughes. We haven't got yelled at for any. There's still, oh, yeah, I just jinxed us again. But nobody here to yell at us today because everybody's across the way. Ferguson doesn't scoop it, so UCC has it, and they're going to get possession. Peters gets it, gives it to Boyden. Boyden working on OBP. Now there's Higgins. Higgins has it. Sends it up top for Baxter. Now to Robinson. Who's that? Sykes. Sykes has one of the goals for UCC. Here's Baxter. Baxter working around Mockenhop. There's a shot and a score for number 17, Charlie Higgins. And it makes it 12-3 Cougars. Cougars need to get some possession time. and bail out the defense here. 12-3 Cougars. 7:15 left in the game. Mercedes, nice win on the draw. Leads the break. And there's a shot by Rathwell low at the feet of Gordon, but Gordon makes a nice save. Sends an outlet pass too long, but Higgins is there to pick it up. Harrington's trying to run him down, but Petnich, nice save again by Croson, scooped up by Hart. Hart going to run, get across midfield for his clear, does clear it, gets it into the middle for Vignovich. Pulls it out, gets his hands free, feeds it down to Kuda. Kuda shoots, saved by Gordon. Backed up by Giatetti. Still ground ball, fought for, picked up by UCC. Giatetti putting on a ride, still pressuring him. Still pressuring him. Now 14. Kedwell has it. Rolls out, sends it back to Gordon. Cougars are doing a nice job on the ride here. Long pass. Defend it. Picked up by Vignovich. Rade has it. Looking to get it across midfield. Sends it across to DeLauro, who can't handle the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Giving the ball back to UCC. 6:01 left in the game. Sykes has it. He's going to set up the offense. Sykes. Defended by Andy Scott. Petnich working on Baxter. Baxter feeds him, pass into the middle. Nice feed into the middle to Peters. It's going to, I don't know, they might call him for being in the crease. I think they're going to give it to him. They're going to give it to him. I think the ball was in the net before he stepped into the crease. We're going to see. Goal is good. Goal is good. So Peters gets another goal for UCC, cutting the lead to 12-4. 5:43 left in the game. UCC on a couple goal streak here. 3 goals in a row. Ferguson out for the draw. He takes it. Doesn't get the ground ball. UCC picks it up again. Being pressured. Still being pressured. Nice strip by Rathwell. Gets it to Kuda. No, Kuda doesn't pick it up. Earl picks it up for UCC, but now the ball's still on the ground. Still on the ground, and 29 for UCC picks it up. He has it, being pressured by Scott. Still hasn't cleared midfield. Still being pressed. Scott does cause the ground ball turnover, picked up by DeLauro. DeLauro's going to roll out, give it to Giatetti, who's got to still get it in for his touch. And there's the touch for the Cougars, and he's going to send it back up for Petnich. And the Cougars are just going to pull it out and kill a little clock here. Settle things down. Kendall has it. Back to Giatetti. Now Kuda. Over to Giatetti, who can't handle the pass. Being pressed by Kedwell. Pushed in the back. Cougars are going to have possession. Giatetti picks it up. Plays back in. Kendall has it. Now Petnich. Petnich for Mockenhop. Mockenhop works over the top. Gets a screen from Petnich, but the UCC defense is there to stop any kind of shot. Kuda from behind the cage. Dodges. Spins out of it. Sends it back up top. Now Mockenhop. Shoots a bounce shot. Saved by Gordon. Scooped up. Not still loose. Nope. Scooped up by Gordon. Gordon's looking to clear. Lead to clear for UCC. Just under 4 minutes left in the game. 12-4 Cougars. Gordon still has it. Still looking to clear. Sends a pass deep over the head of UCC and picked up by Rade, but now he loses it. Ball still on the ground. Rade's trying to scoop it forward. He does get it forward to Ian Smith, and Ian Smith has it, and he's going to get it down in for the Cougar touch. Now to Petnich. Petnich to Giatetti, who shoots and scores. Santino, the spaghetti bender, with his third of the day. Grandma Nona up there in Rochester. Santino giving you 3 for the day. Giving the Cougars a 13-4 lead. 3:26 left in the game. Messitis out for the draw. Takes it back, scoops up the ground ball. He's going to get pressed, and he's going to send it back. OBP gathers it in, working up the sideline. Looking to clear, sends a long pass up to Giatetti, who gets it down inside the box for the Cougar touch. Sends it behind the cage for Nick Kuda. Andy Scott's going to run to the midline and get off. And here comes Petnich. Petnich, Kendall, Mockenhop, Giatetti, Nick Kuda, and Rathwell in the game for the Cougars. Shot by Mockenhop, bounce shot, picked up by Kuda. Nice backup by Kuda. Sends it back up for Petnich, now to Kendall. Mockenhop behind the cage for Giatetti. Looking for some cutters. Giatetti dodges from X. Cut off by the defense. Ball's loose. Giatetti still fighting for it. Still fighting for it. Does scoop it up and gets it to Mockenhop. Nice play by Giatetti. Over to Rathwell. Wind's picking up. Now Petnich has it in his stick. Gets a screen from Kendall. Down to now Kendall shoot. Wide of the cage. Backed up by Giatetti. 1:59 left in the game. 13-4 Cougars. Giatetti up to Kendall. Now Mockenhop. Over to Petnich. Back to Kendall. Kendall trying to sweep over the top. No shooting lane. Gives it to, is that Rathwell? Rathwell has it. Now Petnich. Petnich avoids the defense. Shoots one. Nice save by Gordon. That bounced right to Giatetti. Giatetti has it. Nice feed to Kuda on the doorstep for another Cougar goal. Nick Kuda, that's his third. Nice feed from Giatetti to Nicholas Kuda, giving the Cougars a 14-4 lead. 1:27 left in the game. Nice play by Giatetti to Kuda, feeding them on the doorstep. Rathwell had a hand in that also. Ferguson, he's early again, giving the ball to UCC, and it looks like Earl will pick it up. Brings it in play. Looking for some numbers, but they don't have them. Cougars get in the box. Rade's doing a nice job of preventing them from getting in the box, but Baxter finally does get it down inside for the touch. Baxter still has it. Gives it over to Robinson. Robinson to Higgins. Now number 7. That's a new number in the game. Number 7, Shuttleworth. Charlie Shuttleworth. Back to Higgins. Now Robinson. Baxter. Sykes. Sykes working on Hart. Back to Baxter. Baxter trying to get around Rade. Rade doing a nice job. He has the long stick out now. There's Denny. Denny Harrington. He's a big boy. Ian Smith, nice job. There's Denny with a nice hit, causing a loose ball. Ball's on the ground. They're going to call Cougars for a, I think they're calling Cougars for a push. Ian for a push. Somebody for a push. UCC's going to have it. 28 seconds left. Looks like Robinson has it out there in the alley, working on Vignovich. Vignovich cuts him off, sends it down to Sykes. Sykes going to run up top. Matt Hart Nice job today, Matt Hart, on the defensive end. There's Higgins. Kendall did a nice job of not letting Higgins get his hands free, and that's going to run out the clock to the end of today's game with the Cougars winning 14-4 on this glorious senior celebration day. We had multiple seniors with goals. Loan Martin had a goal. Brendan Wright had a goal. Nick Kuda had 3 goals. Ian Smith had a goal. Jeremiah Wade had a goal. That's all our seniors that scored today. Santino Giatetti added 3. Cade Cronin added 2. Jacob Petnich added 1. And Rade Vignovich added a goal. Big day in goal for Jack Williams. Welcome back, Jack Williams, from your injury. Nice day in goal. And Nate Croson, big saves there in the fourth quarter to close out the game. Another huge day on the defensive end from all the defensive guys. Matt Hart, especially, nice game out there. Stripping some balls, causing some turnovers, leading the break, and all of our other defensive guys. Once again, we thank you for joining us. Next game tomorrow at 2 p.m. We're going to come on the air probably maybe about 10 minutes before the game and chat it up with you. Have a nice remainder of your day, and thank you very much.